Good morning. Today is March 6th, 2021, and life sometimes has disappointments when we go to see a certain thing at a certain place and we make the effort to get there, and when we get there, that certain thing isn't there. So what am I referring to? Well, we heard that the manatees of Florida come inland to warmer springs during the cold winter months. And there was this one place called Blue Springs State Park where the manatees congregate in hundreds during the winter months, January, February, March. Now we are already into March, but the water has now gotten warmer, and when the water starts getting too warm, the manatees return to the ocean. And when we got here, the admissions fellow said, "I'm sorry, but just want to let you know before you go into the park that there are no manatees here. They have not been back for about a week now because the waters are now warmer and they've all returned to the ocean." I was so disappointed. I was like, no, I want to see the manatees. So this is how we're starting our journey. We still came into the park. It was only a $6 admission. So we are still, even though we're disappointed, we're still going to enjoy what is here. And I will let you know what we see and how our day ends. God bless. Don't look now, but we have some kind of beautiful bird in front of our RV. This is something we don't have to worry about in New York. Caution, no swimming. Alligators are dangerous.
We're in Central Florida, Orange City.
Okay, and we have Rebecca here, and she's going to tell us. I was curious, how come there can be alligators and manatees near each other, but the alligators don't hurt the manatees, and what's that all about? So here she's going to tell us.
So the manatees have no natural predators. They are too big for the alligators. They weigh between 1,500 and 2,500 pounds. And the calves, the females, are protective of their young. If a big gator thinks a calf should be on the menu, the female will turn around and face the gator off. And the sheer size of that animal is intimidating to the alligator.
Wow. Now tell me about the water again, about the spring water and the fish, and how come there's no fish in the springs?
Well, there are fish in the spring run. But when you get to the boil area where the water comes out of the ground, the spring water is not oxygenated, so it's not enough oxygen down there for most fish to live. The spring water becomes oxygenated when it starts meeting the river water. So you'll have the gar and the armored catfish the furthest into the spring run, because the gar don't have complete gills, and they do have to come up and gasp for air.
Okay, so you were telling me that the alligators don't really like to go into the spring where the manatee are because there's not enough fish for the alligators.
Well, they stay up this end, away from the swimming area, because this is where the fish are, towards the river end. And yes, and the manatees will harass the alligators and move them out of the run.
Wow.
If they have a lot of calves in there.
Well, thank you so much, Rebecca. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome, and good luck.
Thank you. God bless.
You too.
Thank you. This truly is a jungle. And look at those birds. They like hop, skip, and jump. The varying landscape is just amazing. I've never seen so much varying landscape in my life. From when we started our trip in New York. Oh my goodness. It's just amazing. just never seen this landscape and been in the landscape. I mean, you can look up things on the internet, I'm sure, and see landscape. Julian, isn't it amazing, the varying landscape from the time we left New York to now being here in Florida? Ooh, now this is a little interesting stretch. Looks like there was a fire here. Look at that, all those little stumps. Or, I'm just assuming, but, or maybe this is just roots growing up out of the ground? I'll have to ask somebody about this. Wow, I'm here with Leah, Guest Services, and I was really curious about those stumps coming out of the ground, if they were the remnants of a fire or something, but I was wrong.
Cypress knees. So what those do, they're the above ground root system for the cypress trees. So when the area floods around where the tree is at, they actually spread out of the water to help the tree breathe when it comes to the flooding seasons of Florida.
Thank you very much. That's a good little tidbit of information to pass on. Appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Oh, it's beautiful. I put my feet in, but I don't have a towel, and my feet would probably slip out of my shoes. But anyway, so nice. Oh my goodness. Hiding in the grass. Wow, hey little lizard. Hi little lizard. Is beckoning me. I hope this is good. Let's see.
Alligator gar. Fish. See it? It's a gar fish, you see?
Okay, so there's a fish here. Wow, big fish.
Gar.
A gar, an alligator gar. Alrighty, some big
Aren't
fish.
their mouths sideways, like this way? Like in mid-water, right there. There's 3 of them. Right behind it. It's like up in the mid-water. And there's one lying on the ground back behind it.
The second one.
Third one's floating.
That's probably what was making all the commotion on the water. Something like that.
So I suppose this is it. This is the head of the spring, and this is where the manatees would congregate if they were here. It's a beautiful place. That was a wonderful trip, well worth the admission fee. Heading back to our home on wheels. I'll let you know What else our day brings.